The government's proposed trade union bill is going to impose all sorts of further restrictions on the trade union movement, which is already legally one of the most restricted in the Western world. If there is going to be resistance to this bill, both before and after it's passed, that resistance is going to have to come from a branch level, and the Right to Strike campaign is trying to bring together branches across different unions that want to talk about, firstly, how we defeat the bill, and secondly, what attitude we take if the bill becomes law. We shouldn't assume that this bill is going to sail through. The government does have a majority, but it's a very slim majority. And I think if we can make a loud, militant public campaign against the bill, we do have a chance of defeating it. There are other provisions to do with unions' political funds having to have opt-in systems, which is going to affect not only Labour Party funding, but any funding for any activity that unions do which will be deemed political, which can cover a huge variety of campaigning issues. Coupled with the notice period that you have to legally give for any strike action, this is a recipe for rendering strikes completely ineffective. It's basically a scabs charter. It's going to bring in provisions of criminal law for picketing, which currently haven't been in place. Any picket line is going to have a sort of designated contact who is potentially going to be liable for anything that happens on that picket line. In this country, we've never actually had the right to strike enshrined in law, but I think in a free society, the right to withdraw your labour in pursuit of better terms and conditions at work, for a lot of us, that's the only real leverage we have. And I think it is a human right. You know, we're not living in a slave society where between the hours of 9 and 5 we become the property of our employer. We do have that choice to collectively bargain and come together for better conditions. You can find out more about the Right to Strike campaign at www.righttostrike.co.uk. You can also search Right to Strike on Facebook and Right to Strike on Twitter.